everyone, and happy Halloween.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, since it's Halloween, I thought we would do some pumpkin carving, but not just any old pumpkin carving. I thought we would carve a pumpkin in the theme and style of Yayoi Kusama. But I don't want to get bits of pumpkin all over my desk, so we'll head into the studio and do it there. Yeah, just before we get started, I wanted to give you a quick tip on how to carve the top part of a pumpkin. And it's just a really simple suggestion so that it makes it a lot easier for when you come to place the top on. So rather than go straight kind of in like that, very vertically, instead take it onto a slant and go round in a slant, and that way it'll create a kind of diagonal lip so that the lid sits on top of the pumpkin a lot easier, and it saves it falling through and stuff like that, because you will have some troubles. So just a neat little trick when you're carving the top, just to do it on a slant. Like a serial killer. Just to do it on a slant, and yeah, it stops the lid from falling inside the pumpkin. Yeah, so if you don't know who Kusama is, she's a Japanese artist, and a lot of her work has to do with these sculptures of pumpkins, and they've got polka dot patterns on. You'll probably recognise some of her work. I'll probably put some images on the screen for you. And I thought polka dots should be pretty easy to carve out of a pumpkin, but we'll soon find out. What I'll do as well is I'll probably speed all this part out, cutting the lid and cutting the guts out, because it's the worst part of pumpkin carving. I absolutely hate it. So I'll probably speed through all of this and probably meet you when it's time to cut some polka dots out. Okay, now that I've got all the guts out, I can show you kind of how the top sits now. See, so it can't kind of just fall straight through, which is a mistake I've made before. So it's a really nice little tip just to have. So usually I would draw the pattern that I wanted to cut out onto the pumpkin, but because it's just polka dots, I thought I'd just randomly add some circles wherever I fancied it, so I'll give that a go. I think one of my favourite pieces of work by Kusama is Obliteration Room. I think that's what it was called anyway. And it's basically a installation of kind of like a living area, and it's all completely white, but people and the public are welcome to kind of obliterate the room with little coloured dots and bigger coloured dots and polka dots and stuff. And it's a very interactive kind of piece of work, and I think that's just a really interesting concept. Obviously I love our pumpkins as well, but I think that installation is pretty cool. Yeah, I'm going to struggle getting perfect polka dots out of this. I can't seem to cut a circle for the life of us, so it'll be abstract and a little rough around the edges, which is fine. There we go. Yeah, unfortunately I'm not doing anything amazing really for Halloween this year. I think, what day does Halloween land on this year? I'll probably be at work, no doubt. When I was at uni though, especially my undergraduate, I used to absolutely love getting dressed up. And I was a cricket player one year, a zombie cricket player. And I was really proud of my outfit actually, because I made that completely from scratch. I was also a Johnny Depp-esque pirate one year, and I remember I had to go to work I'd been out to a party, or I'd been to the club or something, and I was drinking a lot. I was very hungover the next day, and I had to go to work and hand out free pizza to people in the city centre wearing my pirate outfit with this massive light box thing on my back. And it was probably one of the worst days of my life. I felt so poorly. And I was just so hungover as well. I bet I absolutely reeked of alcohol. But people wanted their free pizza, so that's what they got. I also dressed up as the Yellow Brick Road one year. It wasn't for Halloween, it was actually for one of my friend's parties. She was leaving to go to Australia, so she had a Wizard of Oz themed party, and I dressed up as the Yellow Brick Road. And I just mentioned that because I remember I looked so scary. I looked horrific. And as the night wore on, the paint kind of flaked off my face, and it was fun though. It was a really fun night. Yeah, but if you're dressing up for Halloween, let us know down in the comments. Let us know what you're going as. Hopefully it's something fun and creative. Hopefully you're doing something better than going to work, like me. Also, tag me in any pumpkin carvings you do. I've got my Instagram handle in one of these corners somewhere. Tag me in any pumpkin carvings that you do, because they'll probably be better than mine. I always find it amazing that people have the time and the patience to create these kind of elaborate pumpkin carvings, and I just find it mad. And the skill as well that people have, like I just can't be bothered with it. But yeah, I've got a few books on Kusama and kind of her work and her life. And one of the reasons she was so into pumpkins and so kind of obsessed with them was because she used to actually have hallucinations and conversations with the pumpkins in the fields. And they used to talk back to her and everything. And she used to do that with flowers and I think animals as well. And I always find that so interesting. Like, can you imagine having a conversation with a pumpkin and it obviously having a conversation back to you? But I know she has quite a few mental difficulties. I think she's had quite a few problems. I think she actually lives, I don't know whether she still lives in a kind of a like a mental hospital or not. I'm pretty sure she still does. And that's choice as well, it's voluntary. I think she prefers it. I just think she's a fascinating lady. I'd absolutely love to meet her one day. Right, I've sped through and got the bulk of kind of the bigger holes carved out. But obviously I'm not particularly skilled with a knife, and I wanted some smaller holes in. So I thought the best way to do it would be to... Don't know how this will work, but let's have a go and see what happens. Right, and I think I'm just going to tidy all this up a bit, and then we'll have a look and see what it looks like, especially in the dark, because that's what counts really. Well, it's not perfect, but I think it looks pretty good. And I think Kusama would hopefully be proud of that. I think it's a decent interpretation of her sculptures, so who knows, but it could be a lot neater. Circles are really hard to carve out, but I think it does look really good. I'm quite pleased with it. It looks better at night time than it does at daytime. I'll definitely say that. And that just about does it for today's episode. If you're familiar with my channel, you'll know that usually I upload every Friday, and today is Thursday. That does mean I've got another special Halloween episode tomorrow, so make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it. But if I don't see you tomorrow, then I hope you have a fantastic Halloween, Try not to drink too much if you're of age. Try not to eat too much chocolate or sweets or do too many crazy things. Just have a really nice time, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Need to be... Oh. Oh my god, your arms come off. Oh, f***'s sake. I tell you what, it'll be easier. It'll be easier for me to hold your arm. Right. Sit up. God, I'm gonna absolutely destroy you. Why don't you just sit up properly for?